We will cover some of the important BNS like the BNS of criminal responsibility, the BNS of consent, the BNS of criminal abortion, and BNS of homicide. Okay, so let's start. First, criminal responsibility, it has BNS ranging from 18 to 24. So first is 18. Now the mnemonic is 8. So by 8, we can remember A for accident. Basically, whenever a crime is committed because of an accident, the person will not be liable for that crime. Criminal responsibility basically means to see if the person is liable or not liable for a particular crime they did. The next is BNS 19. 9 is the greatest alphabet from letter from 1, 2, 3, 4, right? It's the biggest number. So a harm done to prevent a greater harm, that will come under BNS 19 and it's again not liable. Then BNS 20, so we can remember as 2 is written like this, and if this line comes upwards then it will become 7. So a crime done by a person less than 7 years of age, again not liable. Then BNS 21, so we can reverse 2 and 1, it becomes 12. So a person with age 7 to 12, then the punishment will be decided by the court depending upon the maturity of the child or the mental capacity of the child. Then we come to BNS 22. 22 se we can remember that it's a person who's saying to or something like that. So basically it's a person of unsound mind, so they cannot make decision, so they are again not liable under court for the crime they did. Then next is BNS 23. 23, so we can see that it's 2, right? 2 से we can remember anti, and 3 से 3 को ऐसे करेंगे तो it's W, anti will. अगर उसकी will के against someone caught him drunk and then that person did harm, again he is not liable. Then BNS 24, a person voluntarily got drunk and then he caused some harm, then that person will definitely be liable for the harm he did. So we will remember it as the 4, we can make an H of it. Now he did harm and he was voluntarily drunk. So we'll remember इसकी 24 घंटे वो बंदा दारू पीता था और उसने कोई कांड कर दिया. So 24 BNS, that covers our criminal responsibility BNS ranging from 18 to 24. In this you can see that only the 24 BNS the person is liable, and in the BNS 21 it will be decided by court. Rest all of the BNS the person is not liable. Now let's come to the consent BNS ranging from 25 to 31. Now just remember that it starts with 25. So the 25 states that a person did an act which caused no harm and it was done with the consent of the person. Then 26, it was done with consent and it was done in good faith. So 6 ka we can make G, so it's done in good faith. Then BNS 27. 27 whereas 7. 7 is 7. So basically when a person cannot give consent, then we take the consent of the guardian, right? And in which cases a person cannot give consent if he is less than 12 years of age or he is in unsound mind, intoxicated. In these cases he cannot give consent and the consent is taken by the guardian. So 7 वाले ने consent दिया, guardian ने consent दिया. Then 28. 8 में we have to remember, like 8 को ऐसे लिखेंगे तो it will be infinity. Infinity से we have to remember invalid. When will be a consent given is invalid? If the person is again less than 12 years of age, intoxicated, etc., then the consent will be invalid. Then 30 में 3 आ रहा है, we have to reverse the 3. Emergency. So whenever a consent is not taken, but it's an emergency kind of situation where a doctor has to perform an act, so no consent is taken and doctor will not be liable. Then 31, communication done in good faith, like a doctor told a patient that he has cancer and then the patient dies of stroke because of hearing that news, but the communication it was done in good faith, so the doctor will again not be liable. Then comes the BNS of criminal abortion ranging from BNS 88 to BNS 92. Criminal abortion में we have to remember that there is a pregnant mother who has 2 twins inside of her. ठीक है, तो ये 8 बन रहा है, तो BNS 88 when a mother performs an abortion with her consent or someone else performs, but यहाँ पे मम्मी का consent है, so it's BNS 88. If the abortion is done without the consent of the female, then it's 89. 9 में you can remember no आ रहा है, so no consent. Okay. Then 90 में wherever 0 comes, you can remember कि it's associated with death. So if the female dies because of the criminal act, then it comes under BNS 90. 91 में there is, अब इसमें मम्मी की डेथ हुई थी तो इसमें फीटस की डेथ है. फीटस की डेथ जस्ट बिफोर द बर्थ और जस्ट आफ्टर लाइव बर्थ, सो इट विल बी अंडर 91 BNS. 92 BNS में ऐसा होएगा कि वी हैव टू रिमेंबर दो जान. सो बेसिकली मदर एंड मदर के अंदर बच्चा. इफ समवन मर्डर्स the fetus by repeatedly stabbing the women or doing something like that, then that will be an act amounting to culpable homicide. इसमें 2 से you can remember 92, and इस case में if the fetus dies then 92 BNS will be followed. Next let's come to homicide. Homicide में we have 100, so 100 is very easy to remember. 0 is for death, so it's culpable homicide. We can remember that there is a saw and there is a house. तो एक बंदा है जो कि saw लेके घर के बाहर खड़ा है, तो this is home, तो homicide and saw से we can remember saw. Okay, culpable homicide. Then 101 is culpable homicide either amounting to murder or not amounting to murder. Very easy. We can also remember as 101 है, तो इसमें बीच में इसको M बना दिया and this is murder. Now murder amounting to murder, not amounting to murder. Then we have 102. 102 में वी कैन रिमेंबर देयर इज अ पर्सन ट्राइंग टू किल वन पर्सन, बट उसकी जगह वो गलती से किसी और बंदे को मार देता है. सो 2 से वी कैन रिमेंबर 2 लोग हैं, 2 में से किसी एक को मारना था पर दूसरे को मार दिया, तो किल समवन एल्स हु वाज नॉट मेंट टू बी किल्ड. तो ये आएगा 102 में. नाउ यू कैन रिमेंबर कि ये जो अभी तक अपन ने 3 देखे, कल्पेबल, होमिसाइड, द मर्डर वाला 101 एंड 102, ये तीनों डेफिनेशन देता है. पनिशमेंट ऑफ होमिसाइड विल बी गिवन अंडर 103. 103 में अपन को याद रखना है कि जहाँ पे भी 3 आ रहा है वी कैन डू मेक इट एज एम एंड दिस विल बी मर्डर और मॉब किलिंग, डिपेंडिंग ऑन. अगर 103 का 1 है तो इट्स मर्डर की पनिशमेंट, एंड 103 के 2 में मॉब किलिंग. मॉब किलिंग इज वेन एवर अ पर्सन इज किल्ड बाय 5 और मोर पीपल ऑन द ग्राउंड्स ऑफ रेस, रिलीजन, लैंग्वेज एक्सेट्रा. सो द पनिशमेंट ऑफ दैट विल बी डेल्ट अंडर 103 का 2. देन 106 मेडिकल नेग्लिजेंस ऑफ RMP, बेसिकली बाय अ डॉक्टर. डॉक्टर की मेडिकल नेग्लिजेंस से अगर कुछ होता है सो दैट विल बी डेल्ट अंडर 106. एंड सी इसमें ज़्यादा पनिशमेंट नहीं होती, बेसिकली डॉक्टर हैज़ टू सर्व 2 years और समथिंग, एंड उसका नाम रेज हो सकता है SMC से और whatever, बट ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं होता. सो दैट कम्स अंडर 106. एंड 108 इज फॉर अबेंडमेंट ऑफ सुसाइड, बेसिकली फोर्सिंग समवन और परसुइंग समवन टू किल देमसेल्व्स. तो 8 में 8 आ रहा है, सो वी कैन रिमेंबर 8 एज इन खाना. किसी का दिमाग कोई खा गया और इतना खा गया कि उसका खुद का मरने का मन हुआ. सो दैट इज़, और उसको एम्बुलेंस की जरूरत पड़ी. एम्बुलेंस का नंबर इज 108A.